Capricorn, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. The name of the deck should be there too. Capricorn, you're feeling a sense of lack. Either this is a particular resource that didn't pan out, could be finances, or a relationship isn't being reciprocated, okay? This is one of those things where it's just a sense of not having, a sense of lack. And you don't feel alone in the situation, okay? So if this is an investment situation like finance, like if you play the stock market or something, a lot of people could lose out money on this. If this is a vocational thing, the company or your company is suffering because of this lack or this missed opportunity. But if this is about a relationship, this could be about being very close to somebody but feeling very distant from them at the same time. So you might be physically close with somebody but emotionally distant. And one of the reasons you're stuck in that energy is because you're keeping a poker face about it. You don't want to express the vulnerability of this feeling, or you just don't want to rock the boat. Normally, you would be making a plan right now. You would see something, a hill, an obstacle, some sort of thing that needed to be overcome, and you would start strategizing, but you're not. You're just not strategizing to get over this right now, which is why you're keeping on this front, this poker face. You're trying to resolve the issue with yourself. You're trying to calm your own, like your emotions are high or were high about. Your emotions were high in regards to this for a long time, and you want to level out those ebbs and flows of your emotion and really contemplate how you got here in the first place before you take action. But ultimately, you do want to let down your walls. You just don't have a plan of action yet. There's a sense of unknowing. See, if I know anything about a Capricorn, Capricorns like to take a calculated risk. There's too much on the board here for you to calculate. There are some things and concepts that you don't quite understand, and you're aware of that. Again, you have another card of strategy in the inverse. You don't feel like this situation is malleable at the time. And yet you reach out in the dark for a hand to hold. And be this a personal relationship, that literally might be you reaching out in the dark for a hand to hold because you're physically close to somebody but not emotionally close to somebody. But if this is more of a financial or vocational situation, then you're seeking somebody else who has the same feeling. You're just kind of trying to figure out if somebody else feels the same way without exposing your vulnerability. You're afraid to be vulnerable in this situation, Capricorn. You don't want anyone to know that. But these two cards tell me that there might be a good reason for that. Detaching from this situation temporarily, okay? Detaching from the communication, because that's what's happening with the King of Swords in the inverse and the King of Cups in the upright. That's you putting up a poker face. That's you not strategizing. So by pulling back your energy, you're doing it because you've learned a lesson about moving forward without checking in with others. It's funny, Capricorn, because I feel like you're understanding the concept. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. And if you want something different, then you have to do something different to get it. But this is new territory for you. So rather than going at it with a strategic plan, you're taking baby steps. Like I said, you're reaching out for a hand in the dark to look for the first sign of a step in the right direction. Once you get that solid footing, you'll do what you always do. You'll formulate a plan and you'll systematically make changes as you move forward. So it's not that you will plan because you want to move out of the choppy waters into the calmer waters, and you will eventually let down those walls. You want a plan, but you don't have a starting point. That's why you're keeping up a front. You don't want anyone to know that you don't have a starting point. And again, as you're staring into the unknown, you're reaching out for that first clue to see what direction you want to move in to fix the situation. Capricorn, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. You're clearly searching for an aha moment, and I hope that moment comes. I'll see you guys next week.